Here they are. Let's get over here.
Channel 7 is at Calhoun Academy tonight, where they'll be observing homecoming activities beginning at 6:30 p.m. The theme of this year's homecoming is Through the Years. Several of the past homecoming queens from the years past will be on hand and be presented here tonight, along with all the representatives and maids from their respective classes and the 1988 homecoming court. So we invite you to be sure and stay tuned, as homecoming will get underway shortly here at Calhoun Academy Cougar football field.
You to our 1988 homecoming festivities. It's certainly a pleasure to see the parents, patrons, and past patrons here at our school. And you don't know what a thrill it is to me to see these young ladies that we have coming back, past homecoming queens. It brings old memories back, and I certainly know it's a pleasure for them. I'd like to introduce the Educational Foundation Board to you, beginning with the President, Mr. David Macon. We have a couple that's not here, Mr. Joe Goforth, Mr. J.W. Meadows, Mr. Freddie Buchanan. We have Mr. Ed Alexander, who is not with us, Mr. Larry Collins, Mr. James Irby Patterson. Now, to get on with the festivities, our MC tonight is Ms. Evelyn K. Lance. Ms. Lance.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the homecoming activities. Tonight, before we present our 1988 homecoming court, we would like for you to remember our past homecoming activities. The year was 1976. The enrollment at Calhoun Academy was 180. In fashion in 1976 were leisure suits and platform shoes. The headmaster was Henry B. Herod. In 1976, Calhoun Academy had the best undefeated Cougar football team. The first student council was formed, consisting of senior members. School board members were Max Jenkins, George Van Landingham, B.F. White, Earl W. Armstrong, Curtis James, Wayne Johnson, Henry Lackey, and Leon Todd. Board members, if you are here, would you please stand? Thank you. Hello, I am Pam Funderburg Worthy, and I was homecoming queen in 1976. I am presently living in Calhoun City, where I own and operate a clothing store in town. I also have a store in Bruce. While attending Calhoun Academy, I was a member of Who's Who, the basketball team, cheerleader, beta club, student council, annual staff, and a class officer. After graduation, I attended Mississippi State University and obtained a degree in home economics, majoring in fashion merchandising with a secondary education in business completion. My most memorable moment is graduating from the academy. I left CA with fear and doubt, and not knowing if I had the background in education to enter MSU. After entering college, I knew that my high school education had been one of quality, and I feel very fortunate to have been part of the very first graduating class at Calhoun Academy. Thank you, Pam. Presenting her with flowers is Emily Tudor. In 1977, the enrollment at Calhoun Academy was 180. The weightlifting club was formed. The headmaster was Mike Ray. Board members were Henry Lackey, Max Jenkins, Leon Todd, Earl Armstrong, George Van Landingham, Curtis James, Dennis Mickey, Mrs. Curtis James, and Wayne Johnson. Board members, would you please stand? The homecoming queen in 1977 was Rachel Sprayberry White, who is presently living in Pasadena, Texas, where she serves as an administrative assistant to the executive vice president of the Faro Union, Incorporated. She is married to Mike White, and they have 2 children, April and Jonathan. Rachel is unable to attend tonight, but sends her message of gratitude in this letter, and I quote, "When I think of Calhoun Academy, I think of family. Our graduating class was unique because we were all like brothers and sisters. I was there when the school first started in the Little Red Schoolhouse on Highway 8, and it's exciting to see how the school has grown. I'd just like to say I am very thankful that my family made some sacrifices to send my 2 brothers, sisters, and myself to Calhoun Academy. I wish I could be here. Love to all, Rachel." In 1978, the enrollment at the Academy was 263. In fashion were bell-bottom jeans, sweater vest, and turtlenecks. The FHA was organized, the paper staff, the Glee Club, the Photo Club, the CA Club, and the Beta Club. The headmaster was T.H. Woodfin. Board members were Wayne Johnson, Dennis Mickey, Curtis James, Robert Logan, Henry Green West, Mrs. Naomi James, Henry Lackey, Dewey Bollinger, Francis Doler, and William Price Wright. Board members, would you please stand? My name is Cindy Hardin Hamilton, and I was crowned homecoming queen in 1978. I am married to Jeff Hamilton, and we have 1 child, a son, Josh. He is 3 years old. We live in Vardaman. I attended Calhoun Academy for 11 years. Some of the honors I received while attending were Miss CA, Senior Most Likely to Succeed, Class President, Beta Club President, Hall of Fame, Cheerleader, and Campus Cutie. After graduation, I attended Delta State and graduated with a BBA in Computer Information Systems. I am presently employed as Assistant Office Manager at Hawkins Auto Parts in Calhoun City. Some of my most memorable moments of Calhoun Academy were when we moved from the Little Red Schoolhouse to our present buildings. I can still remember the excitement today. The next special time is when I received class salutatorian. This enabled me to receive many scholarships toward college, and it helped me greatly. Also, I want to thank the faculty for helping mold my future into something special. A special thanks to my parents for the sacrifices they made for me to attend Calhoun Academy. Love, Cindy. Presenting her with flowers is Brandy Vaughn.
And I'm so glad I stayed right.
The year was 1979. The enrollment, 246. In fashion were tight jeans, button-down shirts, and velvet sweaters. The 4-H club was organized, the Brownies, and the Girl Scouts. The headmaster was T.H. Woodfin. The junior high girls North Central A team was declared, the junior high girls team was declared the North Central A champions, and the board members were Wayne Johnson, Dennis Mickey, Curtis James, Robert Logan, Henry Green West, Mrs. Naomi James, Henry Lackey, Dewey Bollinger, Francis Doler, and William Price Wright. Board members, could we recognize you, please?
To me, I need you more and more.
My name is Lynn Fouché Mood, and I was crowned homecoming queen in 1979. I now live in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, and am married to Tim Mood, Assistant Vice President of Farmers and Merchants Bank of Kosciuszko. I work as an Executive Secretary for Lauren Company. I attended Calhoun Academy in 1978 to 80, then went on to Northwest Junior College and Mississippi State University. While attending CA, I was a member of the Beta Club, the annual staff, and a class class officer. Other honors I received were Miss CA and cheerleader. When I think of Calhoun Academy, I think of the fun times. Coach Cook was forever on me for being late for first period class, and Coach, I'm still late. And oh, those history classes that went on and on. Get the picture? I'm so thankful for the times I had at Calhoun Academy and the chance to be a part of its family. Thank you forever, Lynn. Presenting her with flowers is Tanya Alexander. The year was 1980. The enrollment stood at 255. iZods and t-shirts were big fashion items, and the headmaster was Billy Cook. In 1980, the first team to compete in state competition were the high school girls basketball team. The board members were Francis Doler, Henry Green West, Curtis James, Naomi James, Henry Lackey, Dennis Mickey, Jerry Bowles, and Dewey Bollinger. Board members, could we recognize you, please? My name is Joe Parker, and I was homecoming queen in 1980. I live in Calhoun City and am married to Ricky Baker, and we have one child, a daughter, Erica. She is 4 years old. I attended Calhoun Academy from 1969 to 1981. Some of the honors I received were Halloween Royalty, Best Dressed, and Beauty Review. After graduation, I attended Northwest Junior College. I am presently employed at Calhoun Apparel Clothing Incorporated. So far, the greatest change in my life has been my marriage and the birth of Erica. She is presently a student here in K4. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the faculty for giving me the leadership and guidance to help me become a more caring and independent individual. Thank you again, Joe. Presenting her with flowers is Brandy Evans.
I can't remember when I didn't care.
The year is 1981, the enrollment 254. In 1981, the bus received a new facelift, and the high school girls basketball team was the Class A Division runner-up. The board members were Curtis James, Naomi James, Henry Lackey, Donald James, Jerry Bowles, Dewey Bollinger, Freddie Buchanan, Henry Morgan, and Henry Green West. My name is Joy Kelly Hood, and I presently reside in Tupelo, where I work as a registered nurse at the North Mississippi Medical Center and the Dialysis Service of Tupelo. I have one child, a son, Ron. He is 5 years old. I attended the academy from 1975 to 1982. Among the honors I received while attending were All-Star Basketball Team, Beta Club, Cheerleader, Cougarette Award, Best Offensive Player, CA Club, and the Hall of Fame. Calhoun Academy will always have a special place in my heart. The days spent at CA taught me to endure tough times and appreciate the good ones. Many of my days were spent in Coach Cook's office, and the first person I saw here tonight was Coach Cook. A special thanks is extended from me to all the teachers here who gave me encouragement and a desire to succeed. I will never forget you or the school. Thank you for my memories. Sincerely, Joy Kelly Hood. Presenting her flowers is Brandy Vaughn.
Seems to me I need you through all the good and bad. I know how much we
In 1982, the enrollment at Calhoun Academy was 255. The junior high boys were district champions, the junior high girls were district runner-up champions, the high school girls were district champions, Class A runner-up, high school girls were also state runner-up, and the coach of the year was Coach Bruce Franks. The high school chorus was first organized, and the headmaster was Billy Cook. The board members were Curtis James, Naomi James, Henry Lackey, Donald James, Jerry Bowles, Dewey Bollinger, Freddie Buchanan, Howard Morgan, and Henry Green West. Board members, would you please stand?
everything went wrong.
My name is LaAngela Hamilton, or Peanut, as everyone here knows me. I'm living in Huntsville, Alabama, while attending the University of Alabama. I'm also the manager of Shamrock Rentals in Huntsville. I attended Calhoun Academy all of my 12 years. Some of the honors I received were salutatorian, Hall of Fame, Who's Who Among American High School Students, a cheerleader in grades 6 through 12, and the Cougarette Award. Having attended the school for 12 years, I have lots of memories, some more special than others. One of the special ones was when Coach Cook started the name Peanut in the first grade, and it has always stuck. The second really special memory is when the 1982-83 girls basketball team made it to the state finals. Although we were very small, it goes to show no matter how big an obstacle may be, through faith and hard work, anything can be achieved. I'm very proud to be a part of this school and these special memories. Thank you, Peanut. She is presented with flowers by Tiffany Connor. In 1983, the enrollment was 242. In fashion were penny loafers, polo shirts, sweats, sleeveless sweaters, twist-a beads, and bi-level haircuts. Coach Bruce Franks received Coach of the Year, and the first girls softball team was organized. The CA Club and the Homemakers Club were active, and the high school modeling squad. The junior high boys were champions, the girls junior high North Central A runner-up team, the North Central A division champions, and the girls high school overall state runner-up and the Class A state champs for that year. The board members were John Brazier, Doris Flemings, Linda Buchanan, David Macon, Dewey Bollinger, Jerry Bowles, and Joe Goforth. Board members, could we thank you, please? Good evening. My name is Amy Elizabeth Wright, and I was homecoming queen in 1983. I'm presently living in Oxford, Mississippi, where I am a student at Ole Miss and manager of Ann Lee's dress shop in the mall. I attended the academy from 1972 to 1984, and the All-Star Basket, which I received, I attended the academy from 1972 to 1984. My years at CA were filled with many great memories. Some of the honors I received while attending were Hall of Fame, class favorite, and the All-Star basketball team. The parents, teachers, and friends in basketball all contributed to make the high school a very special place for me. Also, winning the state basketball championship was a moment I will never forget. Thank you, Amy. She's presented with flowers by Tanya Alexander.
I can't remember what I used to do.
In 1984, the enrollment was 250. Twist-a beads were still a big fashion. The high school girls basketball team placed second in the overall state. Boys and girls high school North Central A champs, and the state champs were the girls in the high school division. The headmaster was Billy Cook. First organized was the drama club. The board members were Henry Green West, Doris Flemings, John Brazier, David Macon, Joe Goforth, Jerry Bowles, and Leon Todd. Board members, would you stand, please? My name is Lucinda Leachman. I was homecoming queen in 1984. I'm presently living in Oxford. I attended Calhoun Academy for 12 years. After graduation, I attended Northeast Junior College and Balder Fashion College in Arlington, Texas. Some of the honors I received at Calhoun Academy were Miss CA, Best All Around, and Who's Who among high school students. I'm presently working as a paralegal for attorney Ronald W. Lewis. Calhoun Academy really paved the way for my success. I appreciate so much the leadership and guidance shown to me by the faculty and staff. Thank you, Lucy. She's presented with flowers by Misty Myers.
I know that I belong. I never had a doubt. We'd always work.
In 1985, the enrollment at Calhoun Academy was 245. A big event was that in 1985 the gym was paid for. The modeling squad was organized. The Pee Wee football players finished the season with a 6-0 record, and the North Central Junior High girls were the champs in the North Central Division. The Sportsman Club was first organized, and the high school boys were the North Central A champs, and the girls were the champs. In 1986, Jan and Ann White, one of the big memories that Tracy has is Jan and Ann White making her put her nose in a circle on the chalkboard. The board members are J.W. Meadows, Freddie Buchanan, David Macon, Leon Todd, John Edward Brazier, Jerry Bowles, Joe Goforth, Doris Flemings, and Sonia Brazier. Board members, would you stand, please? My name is Tracy Cook. I attended Calhoun Academy for 12 years. Some of the honors I received were Miss CA, Hall of Fame, Cougarette Award, 86 All-Star Game, Most Valuable Player Award, and was in Who's Who. I am presently a student at Delta State University. I have lots of special memories. When I think back, some are more special than others. Playing on a state championship basketball team for 2 years and going to Jackson like a family was a wonderful experience. Being a Cougar cheerleader is something that I will never forget, and being chosen homecoming queen of 1985 was the highlight of my senior year. All of these memories and awards are special, but the greatest award for me was the opportunity to attend Calhoun Academy for 12 years. Thank you, Tracy. Presenting her with flowers is Emily Tudor.
Anyone but you. I swear we've been through everything there is. Can't imagine anything we've missed.
In 1986, the enrollment was 245. The junior high girls team were the North Central A champs, the high school boys were the North Central A runner-up, and the high school girls were the North Central A runner-up. First organized was the art club and the junior high modeling squad. The new high school building was added on to the old high school building. Headmaster was Billy Cook. The board members were David Macon, Jerry Bowles, Freddie Buchanan, Joe Goforth, J.W. Meadows, Henry Joe Patterson, Leon Todd, and Philip Caples. Board members, would you stand, please?
Right here with you.
My name is April Davis, and I was homecoming queen in 1986. I presently live in Calhoun City. I attended Calhoun Academy for 12 years. Some of the honors I received while attending were student council, cheerleader, yearbook editor, Beta Club, and basketball. After graduation, I attended Mississippi State University, where I am still a student. I guess my most influential times at Calhoun Academy were on the basketball court. Basketball is the only aspect of school that I miss. The many games and hard practices taught me the importance of self-discipline and team sportsmanship. I will always remember Coach Hal Clark and the closeness of our team my senior year. Sincerely, April. Presenting her with flowers is Brandy Evans.
To be with you through the years. It's better every day.
In 1987, the enrollment was 268.
As long
During the Halloween Carnival, over $40,000 was raised to help fund the school. The headmaster was Billy Cook. The high school and junior high girls were runners-up in the North Central A. In the North Central A junior high division, the runner-up was the girls. The board members were Jerry Bowles, J.W. Meadows, David Macon, Leon Todd, Joe Goforth, James Irby Patterson, and Freddie Buchanan. Board members, could we thank you, please?
I know that
My name is Tina Mahan. I live in Bruce, Mississippi. I attended Calhoun Academy from 1976 to 1988, and I was homecoming queen in 1987. Some of the honors I received there were Miss CA, class favorite, top 5 best dressed girls, sophisticated senior and beauty review, Beta Club president, co-editor of the Cougar Collection, and vice president of the senior class. After graduation, I began attending Northeast Junior College, where I am still a student. Through my 12 years at CA, my most enjoyable moments were spent with my classmates. Being in a class of 9 people gives you the opportunity to get to know each person individually. Every person should have the chance to obtain a fulfilling education in academics as well as extracurricular activities. This is what I received from Calhoun Academy. I'm proud to have been chosen 1987 Homecoming Queen, and I wish everyone here the very best of luck. May God bless you, Tina. She is presented with flowers by Tiffany Connor. We would like to thank all the former queens for making a very special effort to come back here tonight. And as we begin a new decade of queens tonight, we would like to challenge each one present to make our school even more special in the years to come. And now we begin the presentation of the 1988 Homecoming Court. Representing K4 is Candy Parker. Candy is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Darrell Parker of Derma. Her escort is Brandon Shankles. He is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Jeff Shankles of Calhoun City.
Can't imagine anything. Can't imagine anything the two of us can't do. Through the years, you've never let me down. You've turned my life around. The sweetest.
Representing K5 is Andrea Hughes. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Andy Hughes of Calhoun City. Her escort is Rusty Stegall. He is the son of Brenda Stegall of Calhoun City and Danny Stegall of Bruce.
Right here with you.
Representing the first grade is Lauren Smith. Lauren is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Donnie Smith of Calhoun City. She is escorted tonight by Michael Kavnor. He is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Morgan of Bruce. Representing the second grade is Dana Lance. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. David Lance of Calhoun City. She is escorted tonight by Jonathan Dismuke. He is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Kenny Dismuke of Calhoun City. The third grade is represented by Jessie Parker. Jessie is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Quincy Parker of Bruce. Her escort is Keith Stegall. He is the son of Brenda Stegall of Calhoun City and Danny Stegall of Bruce. The fourth grade is represented by Ashley Weaver. Ashley is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Bobby Weaver of Calhoun City. She is escorted by Justin Wade. He is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Mike Wade of Calhoun City. Representing the fifth grade is Allison Blunt. Allison is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. A.D. Blunt of Calhoun City. Her escort is Jason Bearfield. He is the son of Mr. and Mrs. D.R. Bearfield of Bruce. Seventh grade is represented by Jennifer Coker. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jimmy Coker of Calhoun City. Her escort is Jody Chris. Jody is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Stanley Chris of Slate Springs. Representing the seventh grade is Julie Clements. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Benny Clements of Bruce. Her escort tonight is her father. Also representing the seventh grade is Valerie Winters. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Mike Winters of Bruce. Her escort is her father. Representing the eighth grade is Susan Cole. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jimmy Cole of Calhoun City. She is being escorted tonight by her father. Also representing the eighth grade is Mitzi Bowles. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Bowles of Bruce. She is being escorted tonight by Mr. Jack Brandon. Representing the ninth grade is Joy Weeks. Joy is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Weeks of Bruce. She is being escorted by Scott Cotton.
Can't imagine anything, the two of us.
Representing the 9th grade is Dawn Smith. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Bobby Smith of Eupora. She is being escorted by her father.
The sweetest days I've found.
Representing the 10th grade is Lori West. Lori is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jean West, and her escort for tonight is her father.
I've loved the life we've made, and I'm so.
Also representing the 10th grade is Lori Dunn. Lori is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Dunn of Bruce. She is being escorted by her father.
I can't remember what I used.
Representing the 11th grade is Dana Peacock. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Darrell Peacock of Coffeyville. Her escort tonight is her father.
I swear you've taught me everything I know. Can't imagine.
Also representing the 11th grade is Amy Long. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Eddie Long of Bruce. Her escort tonight is her father.
Through all the good and bad, I know how much we had. I've always been.
Representing the 12th grade is Kim Bowles. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Bowles of Bruce. Kim has played basketball for 6 years, been a cheerleader for 4 years. She enjoys being with her friends most of all, and her escort tonight is her father. Presenting her with flowers is Angela Swanson. Also representing the 12th grade is Dina Gray. Dina is the daughter of Miss Vernell Gray and Mr. Henry Dean Gray of Coffeyville. She has played basketball for 6 years. She is in the Beta Club and is president, a cheerleader, and has been a cheerleader for 1 year. She enjoys goofing off and playing jokes on her friends. Her escort tonight is her father. Presenting her with flowers is Leanne Easley.
What life's about by loving you through the years.
Also representing the 12th grade is Michelle Lawler. Michelle is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jimmy Lawler of Calhoun City. She has played basketball for 4 years and was a cheerleader her junior year. She's vice president of the Beta Club, class officer, and a beauty. She enjoys going to the lake and skiing. Her escort is her father, and flowers are presented by Stacy Norman.
The sweetest days I found with you through the years. It's better every day.
Also representing the 12th grade is Kim Meadows. Kim is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. J.W. Meadows of Calhoun City. She is a member of the Beta Club, the annual staff, and a class officer. She enjoys never being home. Her escort tonight is her father. Presenting her with flowers is Roxanne Box. At this time, Coach Cook will crown our 1988 homecoming queen. Selected queen for 1988 is Dina Gray. Would all the people in the homecoming court please move closer to the queen so that we can make a picture, please? Thank you.
Can't imagine anything the two of us can't do through the years. You've never let me down. You've turned my life around. The sweetest days I found with you through the years. I've never been afraid. I've loved the life we've made, and I'm so glad I stayed right here with you. I can't remember.
As our homecoming court leaves the field, we would like to offer a special thanks to Ms. Connie Rogers of Bruce for providing the flowers for the evening, and Anthony Bollinger for the use of the PA system. The homecoming committee would also like to offer a special thanks to Coach Cook for all his help in making our homecoming 1988 a success.
It seems to me I need you more and more through the years, through all the good and bad. I know how much we have. I've always been so glad to be with you. Through the years, it's better every day. You kiss my tears away. As long as it's okay, I'll stay with you. When everything is wrong, together we were strong. I know that I belong right here with you. Through the years, I never